Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Lainey, and I didn't feel like doing my hair today. I have a really fun video for you guys. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I felt like it was long overdue. So I'm going to do a no-sew thrift flip. I've tried out a few of these flips before, and I want to show you how they work, and then other ones I've never tried before. And before we get into this video, I wanted to talk about what I'm wearing because I haven't taken this particular item off since it came in the mail. So I wanted to say thank you so much to Everlane for sponsoring this video. You guys already know I love Everlane. They have such quality pieces for the price they are at. So many of my fall essentials are from Everlane from last season. They're just basics that stick in your wardrobe and can be dressed so many different ways. So everything that is from Everlane will be linked down below. I also picked up cashmere collared sweater. I have this also in cream from last year. And then this is a new item to me. It's again this quarter zip, but this one's a bit of a chunkier material sweater, and it's this cream color. I'm going to be styling them with the thrift flip pieces we do in the later part of this video, so let's just get into it, I guess. Okay, so this first one I actually already showed on TikTok because it's literally so dumb easy, but it's such a game changer, and I want you guys to be able to see it too. If you haven't watched any of my videos, waistcoats is what I learned they're called, not suit vests, are so trendy right now, and they're selling them on like Aritzia and Urban for anywhere from like $50 to $100, and quite honestly, I can't jump on that. I went to my little boy section at the thrift store. This was $1, this little waistcoat. This one is a youth 12, and let me show you how it fits. It's a little tight on or around the boobs because my body up top isn't shaped like a 12-year-old boy's. This is how it looks just as is, all buttoned up. We've got some weird bunching around the boobs, but the length of it is perfect, and down here is actually perfect. It's just the boobs that's making it weird. You wouldn't necessarily have to do this with a little boy's one. This is just the fit I want. You could totally use a women's waistcoat or vest type of deal. We can really see the bunching now. This is so dumb easy, you guys, but it works. What we're going to do is unbutton this top button. So this is totally a viable look, but to me this looks like I'm busting out of the vest, and I don't really like that. So I'm just going to take both of these flaps and fold them in all the way from the top to down here. And that's all that it is, and that's all that it takes. How freaking cute! Now we have a more feminine looking vest with this lower cut v-neck. You could totally hand stitch along these edges so it doesn't pop through, but everything stays in, cut off the button, whatnot. I'll probably end up doing that now. I just wanted to show you guys this thrift flip before I decided to sew it or not. But honestly, I've worn it out twice like this, and it really doesn't budge, on me at least. You could totally safety pin it if you feel like you need it, but okay, I told you these thrift flips are dumb easy, but this is the easiest one, I swear. The rest will get a little bit more intense. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to make this adorable little two-piece set out of a midi skirt. So, first things first. Thrifted this midi skirt. It's a little big on me, so I mean I already have one of these, so I don't need two, so I'll probably just end up giving it to one of my friends or something. But first thing you're going to do is put the skirt on. So for now I'm just going to pin it at my waist. I normally wouldn't buy a skirt, like I said. That's too big for me because I'm not very good at that part of the thrift flip. I needed something for the video to show you guys, and I'll just give this to someone. So that's where I'd want the skirt to fit on me, and then normally I'd just use another safety pin and mark how long I want it to be, but I'm going to use a pen. Going to cut the bottom where I marked it. see if I can find my mark again. And I always do this. I line up my skirt or whatever I'm cutting with the lines in my carpet, and it makes it easier to cut a straight line. So I'm going to follow like this line. And now we've got our mini skirt, where I'll show you how to fix the hem in a second without sewing, and our mesh, 2 mesh strips. My last one didn't have a inner lining, but I'm not going to use this piece. You could totally do the same thing. I'm going to show you what we're going to do to this. It's dumb easy. So we're going to find the hem from the back, and instead of just cutting on the middle of it, I'm just going to cut either sides and cut the whole hem off. So it looks the same on both sides. I mean, like, you want to be precise, but it really doesn't matter, and you'll see why. I'm trying to give you guys who, like, haven't gotten into thrift flipping yet, I want to show you guys that you can make it really easy and not make it these big production-like things. Okay, so this is an old trick that I used to use on my point shoes, and it was something all us girls did. You have to be careful, but if you don't want to hem this bottom end because you can't sew or you don't know how to sew, what you're going to do is take a lighter, and without setting the skirt on fire, you go along all the edges of the hem. See how we're not touching it, but it will just shrivel away? It's basically hemming itself. Can you see that? How it's like got that little burnt edge all along? Okay, and then we have the 2 pieces. You can see this looks really messed up in the back because I just have it pinned to fit my waist because I don't want to alter it like I said. I want it to fit somebody else. And then this top piece is basically just a strap, and all you're going to do is tie a bow in the front. I tried pinning it as best I could without having to like re-sew it or anything. So the bottom looks really messed up, but then you've got this super cute 2-piece set out of a midi skirt, and I think it looks really good. Super tropical vacation vibes, like if you went on a tropical vacation. Let me show you the one that fits me correctly, but you guys, I wanted to show you from start to finish. And here is the one that I made for myself that fits correctly. So those were 2 that I've done before. I have to go take Ernie to training, my dog to training, and then when I get back, I'll do the other ones for you. So if I look different or the lighting's different, that's why. See you guys in a bit. Hello, I am back from training Ernie. So the next thing I want to do is turn this sweater that I just thrifted into, I think it's called a bolero, B-O-L-E-R-O. I see them on Zara all the time, and I think they're really cute. And I feel like I'd wear it, but I don't want to spend like $40 on it. So I'm trying to think how I'd cut this out. It's got seams on the shoulders, so I'm thinking, do I like follow the seam or just... Oh God, I'm scared. I don't want to mess it up. Cool. You can flip it over and do it like that and mimic it on the other side. Little trick I just thought of myself just now. Now at least we know it's even. Okay. Now, is it the worst thing I've ever seen? No. Could it have been executed better? Yeah. I really wanted it to be like these super big baggy sleeves, but I think the way to make it work, it has to be fitted somewhere. Like if I just don't move, it's cute. Is this how they all are though? Okay. I'm being really lazy right now and I just tied the back. This is obviously not how I would finish it, but I'm just like debating if it's even worth finishing at this point. The tube top part of it obviously would have to be just like sewed, but it's just a straight stitch all the way, and this is a sweater material. It'd be really easy to work with to sew. So I thought, so therefore, I figured I would keep it in. Honestly, looking at these together, it looks better. What should have happened, and this was my fault at the thrift store, is I should have gotten a smaller sweater. And I think I should have gotten a sweater that was actually my size, but just with balloon sleeves. That makes it a little bit harder to me, but also you could do this with a fitted sweater where the sleeves just fit you correctly. Like, I think this looks really, really good from the front, but how am I getting it to stay like this, you might ask? I put all the extra underneath this big bow. You know, this looks like something that one of those like boutiques down south would sell. This proves the point that if I would have just gotten a sweater that was my size, this totally would have worked. I'm very upset that I played myself and didn't give myself like more than one sweater to work with, because look what I did. This is like Instagram versus reality. Honestly, not the worst thing I've ever seen in the bag. I feel like there's somebody out there that would like it. But the front, honestly, I really, really, really like. So just don't do what I did. Get a sweater that fits you correctly. When I do stuff like that and I'm like finicking with a dumb, stupid sweater for way too long, trying to figure it out, sitting and just like staring at it, and then I'm like, did I just ruin that sweater? That wasn't very sustainable of me. I think, dang, I should really just stick to somebody who already knows what they're doing. But these next ones will work, okay? That was just a flop. Okay, these next ones, they can't really be flops because I don't wear them anyways and I already own them. So I have these two. I was talking about how much I've been loving satin recently, and these two pieces are honestly so pretty. We've got this little like cream colored midi dress and then these satin pants. You guys are probably like, what do you mean you wear those satin pants all the time? I have two pairs of these satin pants. One pair I wear all the time because they're a lot more opaque and thick. These ones are see-through and you can like see my undies through them. But I think if I just were to dye them, they wouldn't be see-through anymore. So I want to dye this and this little dress that's see-through that is honestly such a pretty fit. So I went to Michael's and I got some Rit dye. I got Kelly Green. Doesn't look as bright on the bottle, but it's supposed to be a lot brighter. All I'm going to do is follow the instructions it says on this bottle, so I don't really need to show you guys. And I got, oh my god. And I got the idea of dyeing little slip dresses, satin slip dresses from, I'll put her out right here, but she dyes little slip dresses, Amelia. She dyes little slip dresses, and I wanted to say that I got the idea from her, and she does it really well and super cute, so. If mine flops, I'm just going to buy one of hers. And then the other thing that I'm going to go dye, and I don't really want to show the whole process because I'm sweaty and I'm already annoyed from that last flip, are these jeans. I thrifted these like 2 years ago. They are Tommy Hilfiger. Hopefully will work because these are my favorite. Okay, I'll see you guys in like an hour when these are fixed, hopefully. Okay, so it's the next morning. Had to wash and dry everything, so that took some time. But these pants turned out like better than I expected, quite honestly. I paired it with the Everlane sweater, and I think that this is such a cute look. Oh my god, I love it. I can't believe how like even and amazing this color turned out. I love it with this sweater. This looks so good. I'm so happy. I literally just followed the instructions on the bottle if you want to do this. Let me try on the dress because that's another good one. I think this turned out super cute as well. This isn't like a miss up. My hair's wet and it just dripped on there. Look how different these two colors turned out. This one is polyester, which you're not supposed to use RIT on. And I was just kind of like, screw it, I'm going to try it. And then this one's cotton, so that just shows how much better the cotton picked up the color than the polyester. I did both of these for 30 minutes, which is like the shortest amount of time you should do it for the RIT dye. But yeah, I think that this looks really good and can definitely be like dressed up and worn out now, or just super simple. I don't have a dress that looks like this color, anything. Oh, I love it. Okay, now for the flop. Let me show you guys. I'm really sad about this one. Okay. On camera, it might not look bad. Also, because I'm kind of saving it with this Everlane sweater that's so cute and so soft. But the jeans, they have this weird, from far away you can't tell, but they have this weird, like, inky look where they look like cartoony in real life. And I hate it. It also, like, did some weird stuff. I don't know. Okay, but the sweater's cute, right? Make sure to check the link in the description box to shop Everlane for already amazing sweaters and already amazing jeans. Let me put on my Everlane jeans. That's what a dark wash should look like. These are my jeans from Everlane. I got them a few months ago, and yeah. So check out the link in the description box to shop Everlane. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in a few days. I love you so much. Bye!